APP High Security FM.
You get an autopsy of the keypad module. This will probably destroy it. It uses chip-on glass, as I mentioned before, and it's designed to tear apart when you do what we're about to do. I mean, there's really no other way of using it. We need the keypads, like a matrix keypad.
Do you have a slightly smaller tipped Phillips head?
Yeah, that's the wrong size.
This one's 18.
Okay, first part to come off is the main board. Obviously it's got a backup battery on it. There's a Xilinx Spartan FPGA. It is a XCS05XL.
Yep, and this one will be a flash chip, most likely.
Yep. What about the one with the NCR06 sticker? Some kind of custom.
Probably custom, or they just don't want you at a glance to know what the chip is. Almost looks like an MSP430 processor.
Well, I haven't scrubbed the markings off it.
It's unlikely to be an MSP430.
It's an Atmel AT89LS54.
I believe that's still an embedded processor. Probably used to bootstrap the FPGA and load the data.
Yeah. Yep. Looking at where it is. Processor, flash, and FPGA. There you go. Alright. Let's see what's inside this rather robust looking security module.
When we remove it, probably 3,000 spare parts.
It might get nasty. I don't think there's going to be any way of really opening it in a non-destructive manner. These are not meant to be tampered with for obvious reasons, because this is where you input the key to your PIN number for your bank account. Yeah, this is security territory. You wouldn't just expect an ATM to have a normal keypad like a phone on it, with a nice circuit board on the back that you can hotwire. And that's, yeah, it's sort of the purpose of this exercise, but we're not hotwiring it to read somebody's key, we're hotwiring it to play video games. Or just rebuilding the board, like I pull the board out and just use the push buttons and micro switches. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Oh, it's potted.
Hello. It's got battery.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That battery probably just has a connection here, and removing it erases the...
Yep. So any encryption data that was in there is now gone.
Be interesting to get that out and have a look.
That's what I need to get next. An X-ray machine. I've had a flight recorder, I've got an ATM, I want an airport X-ray machine that I can shove things like this through. Ooh, look at the stickers, NCR warranty stickers, or certification stickers actually. If broken, not certified.
Oh, it's broken now. See what's under here.
Yeah, we would have just erased it. That's hard epoxy.
Cut the through the red and see if we can lever that.
It's probably going to pull all the components off the boards at the same time.
And potentially break it, but it could be very cool.
Worth a shot. I'm not going to be able to do anything else with it.
Now, if only it let magic smoke out to let you know you are...
More like a dye pack in the face.
Well, that would have been awkward.
Yeah, don't... I shouldn't say that, we're still getting into it.
Maybe I should be wearing some sort of face protection here.
No, don't worry. I'm in the same boat as you. Okay. Is that the board or is that a sub-board?
More screws. We'll find out. I think this might be the board. It's just finding out how all these pins connect to the various keys.
If it's not a regular 4x4 matrix board, then it might be a bit tricky. Oh, yep, look at that.
Hello.
Oh, this could be tricky.
There's a lot more buttons than there are buttons. Oh, it's got to push both.
Crossing...
Oh, that's complicated.
Yeah, it's sending two different signals at once.
But basically, the keypad works as an 8x4.
Oh. Might be easier to build my own board. What do you reckon?
I think that might be a fairly safe assumption. It's incredibly complicated.
The buttons and the pads.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Hello. Who was it gave it the name Mighty Car Mods? What did they call it? Human slime.
Yeah, clean out the funk when you get it.
Large amounts of human slime.
Little die-cast alley buttons.
They're actually pretty decent buttons.
Yeah, that's why I want it to work as it is. I don't want to have to make a whole new interface, but it looks like I'm going to have to probably retain that, but have a custom board behind it with some micro switches on it.
Still very doable.
Oh no, don't blow it, you'll make it airborne. You can just wash that under the tap in soapy water.
I'll take it out here.
Yuck. Yeah, nah. All we want is a gaming keypad.
Okay, years of human slime don't blow up.
No, it'll be well bonded to it. We need to nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be safe.
Ion cannon.
Yeah, this one, the machine has been out in the rain, so all the human slimes actually become human concrete.
At least this works. Sort of separates. Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
I'll wash it under the tap. Yuck.
Nothing like a bit of human concrete.
Well, I think it's a fair assessment that this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. Because we don't... Unless you can find a trace for each pin, we couldn't really do much with it.
That might
But I
be
might
that
just...
difficult.
I mean, if I leave it with you for a while, I'm sure you'll find a way.
Okay, so dark sections are traces,
Hmm.
and the light sections are spaces.
But it's all passing through that first.
But we can always hijack the pin outputs here.
It'd be a bit of work, but it could be done.
You'd only need to use one of each.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah.
rig it as a...
It's pointless making it work as it used to. It doesn't have to communicate with this. That's never going back in there.
And that's never going to work again.
Nah.
I think we fried the security module.
Yeah.
Which I believe was the design point of this.
Oh, no, it's a really high security part of the machine. It's nothing to mess around with. They probably don't like that we're messing around with it. But we're not trying to get it to talk to the machine and read cards. We're trying to play video games.
I'm turning it into one heck of an arcade machine.
Yeah. I can see people asking me to do mods for theirs. Don't worry.
And we know how the loom goes together. It's not horribly difficult.
It's probably one of the easiest parts. Oh, this thing's interesting. I don't know how they've laid it out, but dismantling it positively destroys it. It is so well bonded, as soon as you break the resin off, it starts tearing traces from both sides of the board off. Well, it's actually a wrap. There's a wrap of flat flex going that way, and a wrap going that way. So it is very well protected, and I'm guessing these traces interact with each other in a very unique way. So once you break one, it is completely useless. Or once you unplug it while it's hot, obviously with the battery retains memory. It's probably just wiped itself as soon as we unplugged it from the keyboard. Interesting stuff. Not that we actually want to know what's in there. And as Julian was saying, I'm sure a lot of security execs just let out a good sigh of relief as we destroyed it. It's probably best that that sort of thing doesn't get out. But then again, they wouldn't sell this sort of stuff to the general public if there were holes, blatant big security holes in it. And to be honest, I don't want to show people security holes in this sort of thing. At least not stuff to do with pins. But let's continue ripping this module apart. This is fun. This is what you call a destructive Sunday. The best kind of Sunday. Ooh, yeah, look at those traces. There's some really weird mojo going on in this thing. The overlapping layers, front and back, and the board, but I can see chips and I can already see chip numbers, so let's cut the rest of this off and see what's going on in there. This is cool. Yeah, as soon as you break the casing, that's it. It's dead. So now that it's dead, let's make it even deader. Wait, is deader even a word?
I choose to acknowledge it as a word.
Yep, it's a word. Okay, so that's the brains of the business. And instead of trying to look up close on the camera, I'm actually going to use the USB scope. So let's have a look. And I'll get Julian over to give me a rough idea what some of these parts is. I can already see another Atmel processor in there, so looks to share the same processor as its little daughter board that it plugged into. Okay, that looks better. It is a different code to what was on the other chip. I've got
what that is.
A rough idea what that is. I mean, I already know down here there's a Texas Instruments
digital signal processor.
Yeah. That's the main, looks like the main brains of the operation.
It will probably be the chip doing the encoding.
Yeah.
That looks like a flash chip. It's
yeah,
AMD.
AMD, yeah. Definitely. And that one there is a bit hard to see. Ah, there we go. Not sure what that is. CY6214. Let's see if I can get closer. You can see the leads where the battery connects to it.
Connected.
Yeah, it used to. That's a bit better.
Oh, there we go.
I'm just looking it up now.
Cypress here. But what do you do? Oh, one element file. Here we go. Cypress. Oh, Cypress have a tech page on it. Let's have a look.
Oh, good.
Static RAM.
Okay. Static RAM. So if that's powered by the battery, that would lose all of its. Yeah, look, that pad goes straight to.
As soon as we cut the power to it, that's
lost.
the end of that.
Yeah, so it's lost all of its info. That there's a flash RAM, AM29DL. I know I've seen this chip in so many devices, or at least variants of it. It goes straight into the
29DL, which
162D. I've seen it in so many devices. It goes straight into the DSP.
It'll probably contain the program code for the DSP.
Hmm.
DSP will be the one doing all the actual work, but the algorithms themselves will have been stored on that static RAM that is now
dead.
blankety blank.
Yeah, it still works, but it's just blank. I imagine they'll have a setup tool that they program it with once they've installed it, like snaps the two together, and then it leaves the factory like that as a set unit. That Atmel chip down there.
There's an AT89S.
Hmm.
AT89S 8253. 8253.
There's a crystal there, 12 megahertz. Flat flex connector, that went to the
8-bit microcontroller.
Okay. Then just a standard 8-bit microcontroller. What would that be driving though? We got the
That
oh no, we got the
would
signal.
be receiving the key presses from the keypad.
Oh, okay, and then
And then feed them to the DSP.
Yep. That there was the connector for the flat flex that went all around it with the very elaborate traces on it. What would they have been part of the encryption side of it, or would they have been a shielding thing? See if we can shove it under the scope.
Timing, I think.
Timing?
Timing. That's why motherboards and most high-speed cards you look at have the traces go.
They loop back in square.
Because they've got to be the same length. That would slightly change the timing of the signals. And that would
Just
probably
enough
have a lot to do with the encoding.
Just enough to throw somebody off. Yeah, there's the end of that ribbon. Fascinating stuff. But yeah, as soon as you crack that housing, it actually cracks the outermost layer of these traces, and you'd lose everything. Like, it's just dead.
It also looks like it is, for if someone did get the housing open, that it moves all the functions of these pins. Oh, that is complex. But it's secure.
That's the idea.
Never ever make that thing work again.
No, not that we want to. It's just fascinating to see what they've done, because yeah, that side there's bonded to the plastic, the potting compound. As soon as I knocked that corner off, I saw the traces in there. You can see them overlapping in the corners.
That is very cleverly built.
They did a good job. I'll give them credit for that.
Physical obfuscation.
Yeah.
10 points for that.
Yep. Now I've got to clean up all the mess. And the back of the board doesn't show much. It's just more of the timing circuits and traces. There isn't a single component on the back of the board.